dibantai-bantai saya loh. Bahkan yang misalnya yang apa main gol gitu kan, tuh kan, jangan terlalu keco. Ini sih kasus sesuatu itu kan, sing ngarani Bansoss ini belum lagi. Oke sih.
Sing kedua tayangannya ada kayak gue. Rahadi. Rahadi.
Ini rekamannya si Fluffy. Pas lima kenapa?
Beda kan? Hah? Apa itu? Kasih.
Juga panas kan?
Mungkin ini berapa? Ini pengaruh nih.
Apa panas? Ngaruh.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. There's the whistle, and here we go. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
This guy, Declan Rice, is a player I really rate. With him, you get exactly what it says on the box. A workhorse defensive midfielder who likes to stay in the deeper part of midfield, knowing his primary job is to make sure he shuts down any build-up play in that area.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. That is a little undercooked. And it's Messi. Robson, he decides to cross it. Gabriel can get it clear. No question, that's a foul. Breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Rice. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. This is Batistuta. Now it's Dani Olmo. Eric Garcia gets across to intercept that. positioning was spot on. Fair to say, I think a cautious start from both teams. And here's Kukcu. Gets a good foot in there. Vitinha. Now Robson. Quarter of an hour played. Robson is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Always onto this. He's in a good position here. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. He's tried one! He has hit that forcefully.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but you can praise the drive and the application. It was beautifully hit.
No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Messi. Madrid finding their passes. Now it's Berbatov. Here's Kukcu. Lovely pass, but can he get there? I've seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Chooses to go cross-field. Van Dijk tries to pass it through, and he's picked it up out wide. He's picked his way through. Oh, what a climb! He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So the first goal of the game.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Eric Garcia kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Mbappe, now it's Vitinha, knocks it into space. Mbappe! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stops.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender. Stay onside.
Madrid upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of intelligence and teamwork.
Oh, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Can he finish? He's got a goal! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Van Dijk. Vitinha. And here's Forlan. Dani Olmo can see things others simply cannot. Vitinha. Now Mbappe. Messi. 5 minutes till the break. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Now that's well seen too. Robson goes on a run down the left wing. Messi looking to get on the end of this. Batistuta. Rijkaard. Berbatov. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And this is Berbatov. Saliba cuts out the pass. Now it's Berbatov. Short changes him with that pass. Driving forward. Mbappe. Vardiol. And the first 45 minutes are up. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think the manager should be pretty happy that his side managed to come in on level terms. Things seem to be going a little against them, but they stemmed the tide, got their equaliser, and I think we're in for an exciting second half now.
So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. Great chance! It's bounced back off the post. And he's heaved it away. Messi. And it's lofted through here. Now Robson. Nicely weighted ball. That ball looks a good one. He has found the way through. Oh, he's got a crucial block in there. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. He's on it. Can he get away? Foot in. Rijkaard did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Baresi gets it clear. And it's Vitinha. Now that looks a decent ball. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Rice. And this is Messi. Dani Olmo. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, super ball. And a chance! He scores! Into the lead once more. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Madrid get themselves into the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Bayer clears. Berbatov looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline. Right here, right now, it's not looking favourable. They're chasing the ball and the game.
Cleared without hesitation. Batistuta. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And this is Batistuta.
Pretty rough.
Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
Well, it is plumb centre, but it is a fair way out on the very cusp of credible shooting range. Oh, the ball's run loose here. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Milan perhaps contemplating their next change here. Van Dijk. And it's Vitinha. And it's Rice. Mbappe on 2 now and looking for 3. Good ball, good take. Vardiol makes the interception. Robson. Kukçu. Nice looking ball. That's good vision. Gabriel kept his eye on it, and he's there. That has not gone well.
Milan really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. That has ended up in no man's land. Bayer getting this one clear. Played out to the right. Milan are in a tearing hurry to save themselves here.
Look, their path is set. They have to take risks in every situation now.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Pops him off it and wins back the ball. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
That is great defending, so alert. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Robson is always scanning the pitch for targets. Tries to play it through. Forlan is in a really good position out wide. And it's Vitinha. And here's Messi. Shot could decent chance! He scored! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. That was fabulous, the most adept of touches, the smoothest of finishes.
Speed of thought, speed of action. That's another really clever finish.
And time is up. Milan perhaps ended up out of ideas and out of steam. Some warm applause and acknowledgement of the effort put in by the players, but that does not hide the overall disappointment. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Milan desperately failing.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Well, we're on the way.
Frank Rijkaard's presence here in the middle will be massive, Peter. He's so physically dominant, such a destroyer.
But he does have a certain X-factor as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, and that's the side of his game that makes him so special, that ability to play on the front foot, triggering counter-attacks, quickening the tempo, and even carrying the ball forward, you know, if required.
Which has come to be expected from players in that position now, but at the time, of course, it was revolutionary.
Absolutely was.
Dani, Olmo. The ball goes in. Nice interception, well timed. Rijkaard. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, important interception. Rijkaard. Dani Olmo. And this is Berbatov. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Now it's Batistuta. It's a good foot in there. Kokchu. Nice bit of trickery. Shoots! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Batistuta has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Now it's Dani Olmo. Berbatov. Now it's Berbatov. Drilled in low. Backward it goes. Batistuta. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking.
He's got full. Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
That definitely had the element of surprise to it. Clearly came in when no one was expecting it, and it was drilled.
Oh, Red, nice interception. And it's Batistuta. Great defending, strong and determined. Kokchu is always looking to break lines. And this is Batistuta. Milan still without a single shot on target. Van Dijk spots it and intercepts. Kokchu. Kokchu charging forward, the ball at his feet. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Batistuta. Rijkaard calmly anticipates. Oh, good play on the left-hand side here.
Really well played.
Now it's Dani Olmo. That is ended up in no man's land. And here's Dani Olmo. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Henderson gets over and intercepts. Rijkaard. Dani Olmo tries looking up for options on the left. He has found the way through. Cross it, big header!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Gabriel did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Now it's Berbatov. Batistuta. Dani Olmo goes for a shot! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
Milan have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration would be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Dani Olmo. And here's Berbatov.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Over to the left. Now it's Dani Olmo. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Dani Olmo crosses.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to
Kokchu! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it. Nicely weighted ball. Oh. And the shot! And yes, it's there! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
Milan are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Dani Olmo providing an outlet on that flank. He's found the way through. And that's played in low. Dani Olmo. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Milan really did kick on after getting that first goal. Could they have gone another one and killed the game off completely? Possibly. But as long as they can keep up the intensity, maintain the purpose levels, I think they'll get another chance soon enough.
Milan sitting pretty here at half-time, 2-0 up. And we're off again. Rijkaard. Jordan Henderson. Kupchu. Couldn't squeeze it through. Van Dijk. Now Albert Ferrer. Van Dijk. It's Albert Ferrer. Jordan Henderson. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. And it's Berbatov. Now that's well seen too. Berbatov short changes him with that pass. And it's Berbatov. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Jordan Henderson. Batistuta. That's an imaginative pass. Oh, well measured. So 2-0 the scoreline early after half-time. That's a shade optimistic. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. He's been bundled over. That is a foul. And the referee's come over. It's a red card. Well, there is concern on the faces of the players standing around him here. Well, he waited a little while, but it does seem that the referee was eventually convinced that that was a clear enough chance he denied.
Well, he had a decision to make, Peter, and it's worked out badly.
Batistuta. And it's De Bruyne. Jordan Henderson. Batistuta. Dani Olmo. He played for Rijkaard. Dani Olmo. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Decent chance! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Looking for options for movement. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Oh, there's a probing ball. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Climbs up big! Oh, surely that deserved a better outcome.
I think we can expect a few more of those now. Better timing was all that was required.
De Bruyne. Dani Olmo. And he cuts out the supply. Rijkaard. Baresi. Played out to the left flank. Dani Olmo in acres of space. Oh, shooting chance! They've got to be quick to recover this. He's having a go! Oh, screamer! A finish of true class!
The goal scorer
And they are pulling clear here.
72 minutes.
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
Substitution.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Milan perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Now it's De Bruyne. 75 minutes played. And it's Olmo. Dani Olmo will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. He's gone for goal. And the keeper has shown real class. He had to be at his very best.
Well, that's a sign that he clearly feels the need to take it upon himself to try and get his side back into this.
Here's the header! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. He won't be happy with that one. Milan are closing in on a comfortable win. Foot in. Berbatov, someone who can always claim to be the most immaculate finisher. Not the most accurate pass. Kirkchu, shapes to shoot! De Bruyne, Batistuta. Threads one in. Oh, super find. Donatoni. Oh, that's fabulous. Played in. And the keeper beats it away. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Can he stop it going out? In with the challenge. 2 minutes to be added on. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. And that will be it. This is a side which is purring, picture perfect, to win they will relish, having pulverised what was put in front. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So it's down to business here. Alessandro Costa Curta, he doesn't have what you'd call a classic centre-back's physique, does he?
No, but his game is never really about athleticism, power and the physical stuff. He never has to let it be.
Well, it's interesting because he's still become considered one of the greatest defenders of his time. How's that?
Well, it's characteristics like leadership, his class, his tenacity. He's nigh on perfect reading of the game and all done with immaculate discipline.
And this is Batistuta. There's the shot! It's in!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes. Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Now it's Berbatov. Oh, that's well spotted. Rijkaard. And it's Batistuta. That is good alertness. Vitinha. Baresi gets across to intercept that. Now it's Batistuta. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Passes coming off in quick succession here. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Eto'o concedes a free kick for that. Eto'o. Looking for the run. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Kirkchu. Timber gets a foot in here. Plays a sharp little ball here. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Batistuta. Batistuta! That has not gone well. Kirkchu. Dani Olmo. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Now this could be a chance. Tries to play it. Chance, surely! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Berbatov clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And now they can spring out of defence. Baresi kept his eye on it, and he's there. And that's put paid to a promising move. Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo picks it up out wide. Defending of the desperate variety. Takes a shot! And that is wildly off target. Now that looks a decent ball. Now that's well seen too. Vitinha. Rummenigge. Rummenigge. And this is Eto'o.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Vitinha puts them all in. Not the most convincing of passes. And here's Eto'o. Decent chance! They've done it! They are right back in business.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
And he was quick to react. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Kukçu.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Saliba gets good distance on it. Now it's Berbatov. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Rijkaard. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go.
Il quarto uomo indica 2
Crunching
minuti
tackle.
di recupero.
Eto'o. Costa Curta. Here's Chouameni. And it's Eto'o. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break.
Informazioni dello stadio riceveranno un simpatico omaggio.
So it's back to business.
Milan clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
He won't be happy with that one. Now it's Berbatov. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Fernandez. That's really well manoeuvred. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Rummenigge is onto it in a flash. Kukçu. That's been cut out, well played. And That is a little undercooked. Now it's Eto'o. Rijkaard. Fernandes. That has been cut short. And it's Vitinha. Passing is crisp and sharp. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Mignon gets his hands on it and the danger is averted. And now a sudden chance to counter. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Now it's Alvarez. Can he get it through? And that could set him on his way. Alvarez tries a shot! Goal! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another? Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
It's a good spell of possession, this. Whistle's gone, that's foul.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Milan with a free kick then.
Well, I think they could do with making this count, especially from here.
He's gone for it! Oh, off the bar! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Alexander-Arnold could easily have kept that down. He shouldn't have brought the crossbar into play.
Milan still have the cards to affect this game. Fernandes. No, that's been intercepted. Kukçu. Not the most accurate pass. Goulet. That looks a cracking ball. And the shot! And it's come back out to him. It's not an especially good pass, that. Vitinha. Eto'o. Now it's Alvarez. That is ended up in no man's land. Now it's Batistuta. It's a pretty loose pass.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Eto'o.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Now it's Berbatov. And it's Arda Güler. Kukçu. He's picked his way through. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Now it's Eto'o. And that's clear cut. It's a free kick. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 18.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Campo per il numero 10. Filippo
Milan
Inzaghi.
are
Cambio
making a
di
change. After this, just one opportunity to do so. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Shoots! Oh, the ball's come loose here. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Look at the space here.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Looking for options for movement. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And this is Adriano. Baresi.
Ci saranno
Somewhat
3
off
minuti
target.
di recupero.
And a chance! Baresi gets it clear. De Jong's cross.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Kukçu. That pass has been well intercepted. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Milan did lead. Indeed, they controlled, but they managed to throw it all. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Against Milan.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So off we go then. Gabriel demonstrating again that he is the real constant in this. It's a mighty effort! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Great defending, strong and determined. Looking for the run. He's found a way through, and the shot! Marvellous goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
And that really is so impressive.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
I doubt very much that this was in the script.
This is the time you need that pace.
Guardiol. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Kukçu. Dani Olmo. Now it's Berbatov. And the counter-attack is on for Milan. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Vardiol. Now, can they get him away? Dani Olmo in acres of space out wide. Up he goes! Oh, that is... and again! No mistake! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Simplicity itself.
Well, from a defensive perspective, Peter, that's a really poor one to give away. Yes, the movement was very good, but the defence made it way too easy.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Rijkaard. Van Basten. Now it's Lukaku. Lukaku! And that certainly packed a punch.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Oh, smashing! Oh, off the bar!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Some good work on the right flank here. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Vardiol makes the interception. Batistuta has his eye on that match ball.
Well, I think he's got a great chance of ending up with a match ball, provided he doesn't get too carried away with his own personal target now. As long as he keeps working for his team, he should be fine.
Now it's Van Basten. Not the most accurate pass. And they're not going to make any further progress now. This interception, his positioning was spot on. And he welcomes it in. That is good strength. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Now it's Lukaku. He's in a great position here. Long ball by the goalkeeper. Now it's Berbatov. Tries to play it through. Kukcu is onto this. Shot, surely! Just cruising! They are cruising! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
A case now of complete control. Now it's Kukcu. He's had it taken off him. Rijkaard did well to emerge with the ball. Shot a goal! And for sure, that was not one of his best. Looking to play him in. And he can clear it away. Rijkaard. Really fierce, close defending. And it's Lewandowski. Baresi gets across to intercept that. Kukcu. Gets a good foot in there. Now it's Lukaku. Rijkaard. Alexander-Arnold gets over and intercepts. Now it's Scholes. Defending was strong and firm. Dani Olmo. Passing is crisp and sharp. And it's Olmo. Now the cross.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Good-looking ball. Alexander-Arnold kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Rijkaard. is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. That pass isn't the best. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, the mood in the two camps couldn't be more different as they go in for half-time. Elation on one side, misery on the other.
It's an eye-catching scoreline, but it's a fair reflection on what we've just seen in this first half, Peter. Now they just need to make sure they retain their focus until the very end. No slip-ups.
Milan have established themselves in a position of absolute supremacy. An action-packed, he gets big! Has fallen kindly here! He scores! And he is just ripping it up! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
Milan are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. Now, he's got space here. Oh, perfectly measured that. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Indonesia clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Rijkaard.
Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
Oh, Red, nice interception. Threads one in. That's a cute ball. Vardiol promptly onto that, and that is that. Dani Olmo, he is through here. Scholes. Lewandowski. Knocks it into space. That is a great pick out. He's got away. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
Substitution for Indonesia, number 13.
Indonesia can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
Searching pass is played there. Batistuta is having the time of his life here. And they win it back again. And that is out of play. Milan do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Vardiol. All driven towards the far post. Van Basten.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
It's a pretty loose pass. Alexander-Arnold. That has been cut short. Alexander-Arnold. Can he latch on to this? Foot in. Rijkaard. And the pass is intercepted. Looking for options for movement. Dani Olmo is flagged offside.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Alexander-Arnold kept his eye on it, and he's there. He's had a shot! It's in! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Number 5.
Tunisia grab a goal, but it's hard to see it as anything much more than a consolation. Milan have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. And here's Kaka. Rafinha. No, he's not getting past him there. And he was quick to react. And here's Mbappe. Oh, that's superb. And that's a... And a shot! That's a sharp pass.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Played into space. Saliba calmly anticipates. Kaka can see things others simply cannot. Mbappe! And the shot! Really well taken goal. Comfort! Yet more comfort! Easing away.
After 86
The
minutes,
movement so precise. The finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
It's become a case of men against boys. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Great vision.
4 added minutes has been
Kamavinga.
indicated.
Kukcu. Now this could be a chance. Vardiol. And that is a little undercooked. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Saliba deals with that comfortably. Rafinha. He's tried one!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Substitution for Indonesia. Number 17, Robert Lewandowski. Coming on the field is number 21.
And that's that. Milan, just a thrill to witness here. Quick, slick, and such fun. You really would fear for anyone playing up against them right now. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And that gets things running.
Well, just when you think you've got Eden Hazard, Peter, he opens up another box of tricks entirely.
And that's the thrill about him, isn't it? Every time you come and watch him play, he seems to come up with more and more surprises.
Well, I mean, that's the key to the job, isn't it? Find a different way of doing the same thing, and that he basically excels at. He's fantastic. Once he comes inside, anything is possible.
Now it's Kukçu, tries to thread one through. Dani Olmo looking to get on the end of this. Ødegaard, looking to play him in. That is good alertness. He's in a great position here. Beckham. Baresi promptly onto that, and that is that. Now it's Berbatov. Now it's Dani Olmo. He's being and he shoots! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Yeah, the ball in there was simply superb. He won't be too happy that it's gone to waste like that. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And the shot! Straight at the keeper.
Dani Olmo simply had to do better than that. He blew a great chance for me.
And it's Kukçu. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. He's a sharp little ball here. He has a look up, and he's certainly onside here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And this is Batistuta. Batistuta showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. He's got full. And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Berbatov really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Batistuta. That is a crunching tackle.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Well, that looks a cracking ball. And they're not going to make any further progress now. And this is Berbatov. Threads one in. Real chance! Goal! Milan! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the first moment of real significance.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Koundé.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Indonesia couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. And it's Ødegaard. Oh, some tackle that. Looking for options for movement. That ball looks a good one. Oh, shooting chance! Dimitar Berbatov, brilliant! He's got himself an absolute peach. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Was there ever any doubt?
Well, when you get in that position, it's all about composure. Panic can't come into it, and it didn't.
Milan are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. He's found a way through. Dani Olmo has cut it out. And here's Kukcu. Oh, that's fabulous. Beckham. Now Ødegaard. He's found a way past. Batistuta. Referee's had a good look and given a corner. Milan have their second corner now. And now they can spring out of defence. And this is Beckham. And no, that was never going to make it. Well-timed, excellent interception. Beckham. Dani Olmo. And it's half-time here. We'll look back on the first 45 minutes.
Milan clearly have plenty of cause to be happy, Peter, but they'll need to resist the temptation to just sit on the lead second half. The opposition will be doing their utmost to try and get back into this, so they have to be alert.
Milan go in at half-time on a comfortable 2-goal cushion. So we're just settling back into this second half. Can he get on the end of this? Milan are looking to go forward now. Batistuta. Alexander-Arnold. Can he get it through? And this is Batistuta. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Now, can they get him on? Shoots! And it's hit the woodwork and out!
Milan couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Tries to play it through. Oh, good spread. Rijkaard. Alexander-Arnold picks it up now. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Azar. Now that looks a decent ball. And this is Azar. He's picked his way through. Plays in a cross. And the shot! No mistake! The second half sparks straight into life. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
Indonesia get themselves back into contention.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play, because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
Howson kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. He's in plenty of space here. Gets into some space. He is through here. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Oh no, this does not look good. Can he finish? Oh, taken with style. They have done it. They have their equaliser.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, my sympathies go to the keeper, who is left horribly exposed. You don't expect players to switch off in front of goal like that.
And now he has two. This has become one superb game of football.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Couldn't squeeze it through. Can he spark a counter here? No, not quite on the same wavelength. No, he's not getting past him there. And that is as far as they're going to go. Harrison kept his eye on it, and he's there. Gabriel, just about up to 75 minutes. And it's Beckham. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Spread neatly. Oh, what a climb! Alexander-Arnold gets it clear. Ødegaard. And that has been clubbed away.
Indonesia really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
And he has been fouled there. There could be trouble here. But for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Numero 9. Lascia il campo per il numero 15.
That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Played into space. Good ball over the top. He's got away. Oh, the whistle's gone. What's he given? The referee's decided that he was fouled outside the box, and it is just a free kick.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
This looks like a more than decent chance to strike.
Well, it looks like they'll be aiming this one for the far post, Peter.
And this is shot, surely! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
That could yet prove very pivotal. Chances like that just can't be wasted.
Cambio di giocatori.
Indonesia are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now. Shifted upfield. Berbatov looks to get on the end of this. Pedri. And it's made its way to him. Good take and takes a shot! They've done it! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Indonesia take the lead.
I just think this has been a lesson in character, togetherness and composure. I think most teams would have crumbled by now, but this refusal to give up is brilliant.
That's an excellent interception.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Il quarto uomo indica 4 minuti di recupero.
4 added minutes on the board. Van Dijk cuts it out. And it's Pedri. It's a pretty loose pass. Kukçu. Now it's Berbatov. And that is a little undercooked. Aims beyond the defence. And that will be the final act. Milan did lead. Indeed, they controlled, but they managed to throw it all away. A defeat. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
Milan e Barcellona.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Well, there is no question that Eden Hazard, on his day, is one of the world's best, Jim. So how do you interpret the role he's been given here?
Well, we all know he's at his best when he's coming in from that left side, whether it's to drag people away and isolate them or to combine with central attackers. But he also often plays as a 10, as we know, in a free role.
And is that a new dimension to his game?
No, he's been at that for years, and he's just very good wherever he plants himself.
Oh, nicely intercepted. And that is as far as they're going to go. Now it's Berbatov. Batistuta. He's in a great position. And Berbatov! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Got nowhere to hide after that one. James and Mateus. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
And it's Olmo. Hazard. Mateus. Rice. Now it's Solanke. Rijkaard. And it's Kukçu. And he's managed to get free. Kukçu closing in on goal. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Solanke. Solanke! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Rudiger makes the interception. So it is still 0-0. Hazard. And he's in on goal. He's shifting through the gears here. An uncompromising challenge. And he's quick to get it clear again. That's been slipped through. Batistuta. Diving header! Harmlessly behind.
Milan certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Zanetti. Barcelona upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it. And they're...
Decent chance! Goal! Barcelona! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt.
Great chance! And that is certainly not what he had in mind. James is looking to influence the game from out wide.
Milan really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Berbatov, well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
That is good alertness. Looking to play him in, and he plays one through. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Neymar. He's having a go. Terrific save by Manuel. He's done very well to get to that.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Mateus goes short. James. Passes short and sharp. Great ball and he's in. Chance, surely! He's scored! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
So that's two now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
And the shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Barcelona have their second corner now. And it's been taken short. Mateus. And this is Neymar. Goes for a shot! Oh, nice. Just not quite.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
Can he get it through? And there's green grass ahead of him. Azar. James. Azar. Rice. Dani Olmo. And here's Batistuta.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
Big chance! They've done it! And right on half-time, that is telling. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
Milan get themselves back into contention.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
And it's Rice. No question, this, and he's had a hit! A really close shave, and the last action of the first half. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition.
Shapes to shoot! He scores! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed.
He's had a shot! Oh, taken with style. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play, because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
Mateus. Dani Olmo. And this is Berbatov. Danger averted for now. Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. Kirkchu. Good ball, good take. Now this... Batistuta! He's got a goal! AC Milan are all square. What a moment of brilliance. control and perfect accuracy.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. All very neat and tidy.
We have ourselves a real game here.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Barcelona have their third corner. Mateus plays it short. And this is... Oh, shooting chance! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Milan have the chance to go the other way. Dani Olmo conjures time and space where few can. Ruben Dias to Azar. Solanke, and Solanke! Really nicely worked opportunity, that's some lovely exchanges.
Solanke had the chance of finishing off a fabulous move. At least we saw some terrific high-tempo approach play.
Viene sostituito con il numero 15.
Barcelona get their fourth corner. And that has been cleared. James. And here's Haaland. Guardiola gets rid without sophistication. Milan are looking to go forward now. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Milan are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Now it's Haaland. Haaland. Passing is crisp and sharp. Takes a shot! Oh, it's fallen loose again! Goal! Barcelona! Into the lead once more. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky, it'll come your way.
Barcelona get themselves into the lead. James. Aims beyond the defence. Tries a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Shot a goal! So close to drawing level.
Well, it's certainly encouraging, Peter. At least they're going about things the right way after falling behind.
Now it's Haaland. And it's Azar. Looking for options for... And the finish! He has done it! And surely that does it! Perfect time, decisive strike. Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
Barcelona take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Ruben Dias. Barcelona looking to pass their way through. Mateus, and the through ball. Is there any support? He might not need it. And he shoots! A real chance and a real let-off. And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 7. Lascia il campo per il numero 14.
Barcelona can make their change now with a break in play. The final 5 minutes. Nice sequence of passes this. Looking for the run. Zanetti. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Oh, that's superb. And the shot! And that has earned a reprieve for the time being.
Il quarto uomo indica 6 minuti di recupero.
There's the man who is effectively the team's security policy. James. Oh, that's a key interception.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Messi. Haaland. Neymar. Saliba cuts out the pass. Alexander-Arnold. And the referee brings it to a close. Milan perhaps ended up out of ideas and out of steam. Some warm applause and acknowledgement of the effort put in by the player. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway. Shot, surely! It is a fantastic goal! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order! And that's got him off to a flyer!
Well, talking about stepping things up from the off, that's how you start a football match.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Milan are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Takes aim and Marmouche! Oh, should really have made more of that.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defences.
Rijkaard. And it's Batistuta. Dani Olmo finds himself offside. Xavi Alonso. Oh, that pass isn't the best. He's going to be disappointed with that. Milan leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Kökçü. Milan finding their passes. Plenty to aim at here. Referee's had a good look and given a corner.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Cleared away. Portugal are looking to go forward now. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
No foul, says the referee. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Oh, can he get onto this? No, it's come to nothing. Well, the ball's gone astray, and it's Olmo. Bernardo Silva, and he's picked out the run. Cisco! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Great chance! And now they can spring out of defence. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. And there's green grass ahead of him. That's good play. Rijkaard. Oh, it's Batistuta. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Milan are very much in charge here, dominating possession and a goal to the good. He's got away. That's tidy. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Looking to go deep. He's got full. It's fallen kindly here. It's a goal. 2 up. and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Yeah, his instinct told him that the keeper would struggle to cope with that, so top marks for him following up. I think it's really sharp play, it was well read, and he was a little quicker than everybody else.
Milan are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
And it's Azar. No way through there. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Hazard is having a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Oh, nice touch. Batistuta going about things with real menace. Xavi Alonso. Hazard. Plays a sharp little ball here. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Portugal clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Alexander-Arnold. Where's Rijkaard? Baresi cuts it out. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Dinks one through. They're urging him to shoot. The ball goes in. Eric. And the whistle goes for half-time. So your views on the first half?
Milan certainly can feel happy about how things have gone, but now isn't the time to take their foot off the pedal. They need to keep pushing, keep imposing, don't leave the door open for the opposition.
Milan go in at half-time on a comfortable 2-goal cushion. And the action is back underway. Saliba. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. In with the challenge.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Dani Olmo could try cutting inside here. Dani Olmo will not want to lose out here. And a chance! And he has produced there the crispest of hits.
Well, we always have to give a reason for it, Peter, but did he hit that too well?
Kukçu. And it's Olmo. Nice bit of trickery. Eric Garcia did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Can he get it through? Aimed into... Oh, smashing header! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Bernardo Silva actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Hazard. Well, that is one way to stop him. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Tries to... Shapes to shoot! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Marmoush really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
It's their second corner of the game. He gets big! Rijkaard can get it clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Well, they've got it again. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Bernardo Silva. And this is Marmoush. Knocks it into space. Big chance! Oh, crossbar! He's got a goal! Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And he's managed to get free. Can he finish? We've got to be quick to recover this. Oh, what has happened here? Marmouche. And Marmouche! And he hits the net. Portugal are level. A mere formality, nigh on a certainty. He is truly in the zone.
Yeah, he always had the measure of the keeper, and there was very little doubt as to how this was going to end up.
We have ourselves a real game here.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Hazard gets a foot in here. Kukçu. Oh, nicely intercepted. Milan perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Half an hour gone in the second half. Now it's Hazard. Tries to pass it through. Marmouche! Goal! Portugal! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
We have got changes here, from both sides in fact. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Numero 4. Lascia il campo per il numero 14.
The shot! Oh, that could cost them.
Yeah, you always felt that they were going to up the tempo after going behind. It's not like they have any other option now.
Saliba promptly onto that, and that is that. Looking for options for movement. Saliba cuts out the pass.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Lovely pass, but... And Marmouche! And that would have won it.
Oh, what a stunning save. Absolutely tremendous, and he's kept his team in it.
Milan have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Goulet. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
And the counter is on. That has been cut short. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Well, no joy this time. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And he was quick to react. Long ball upfield. 5 minutes to add. Just eases him off the ball. Threads one in. That is a great pick out. And there goes the final whistle. Milan played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game. A game that began so promisingly from their perspective, but they are leaving here feeling utterly deflated. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?